It's a very good evening to you all and welcome to the news at 8. My name is Natasha Burnett.
And I'm Joyce Mabiga. Susan Masona is on sign language. These are our leading stories tonight.
Foreign companies are investing in Zimbabwe's information, communication, technology sector.
In business, farmers earn over 66 million United States dollars since the start of the tobacco marketing season.
And in sport, Warriors arrive in Nigeria ahead of Tuesday's World Cup qualifying tie against the Super Eagles.
And those are our leading stories in this bulletin. We'll now give you the news in detail. Two foreign entities have expressed interest in investing in Zimbabwe's information communication technology sector in a development that is meant to bring a potential that has potential to propel the country towards a digital economy by 2030.
A delegation from Finnish tech giant Nokia, led by Vice President Mobile Networks Mikko Levante, was the first to meet ICT, Postal and Courier Services Minister Honorable Tatenda Mavetera in Harare this Friday, and was later followed by a team from Pakistan's major telecoms firm headed by its Chief Executive Officer Mr. Muhammad Khan. Both teams expressed a huge interest to invest in Zimbabwe's ICT sector, which dovetails with government's quest to create a highly digitized society.
This country has a digital plan by 2030, and Nokia is intending to come back here. We used to be here a long time ago. We are intending to come back here to help to build the infrastructure on data centers, on 5G, rural connectivity, connecting the unconnected.
We want to partner with the ICTs of Zimbabwe so that we can design a solution or multiple solutions that fits the requirements for the country of Zimbabwe, for the people of Zimbabwe, for their prosperity and growth. So we want to partner with the Ministry of ICT so that we can come up with the solutions that best fits the people of Zimbabwe.
ICT, Postal and Courier Services Minister Honorable Tatenda Mavetera said the government welcomes the potential investors' interest given the Second Republic's quest to establish a competitive economy in the Fourth Industrial Revolution.
We really want to thank and appreciate His Excellency our President with the mantra, Zimbabwe is open for business, and that we're a friend to all and an enemy to none. This is being seen in the ICT ministry, where we're seeing various organizations coming and finding out how best we can work and collaborate together for us to enhance the digital landscape.
The visit by the two delegations speak to the positive impact of the Second Republic's engagement and re-engagement drive and investor-friendly policies. Owen Mandova, ZBC News, Harare.
Government has announced plans to expand support for vulnerable girls pursuing science studies to bridge the gender gap in science, technology, engineering and mathematics fields.
The Women in Science Symposium concluded in Harare this Friday after 3 days of interactions and exhibitions highlighting groundbreaking innovations by women from diverse fields. In a historic week where women achieved major milestones across various sectors on the African continent, government is looking to increase STEM scholarships to ensure greater participation of women in science, technology, engineering and mathematics.
STEM products are only 28% of our female population. We want this improved significantly to a better figure by 2030. And in that regard, I want to advise the Permanent Secretary to talk to ZimDef and increase the scholarships for STEM students. Because it is through that route that we can increase the numbers. There are others who may be keen, but are not able to fund themselves.
Women recognized in fields that include engineering, computer science and aviation believe they have more to contribute towards national development.
I believe engineers drive development, and the more women and young people who get involved, the more innovation we can have coming on board, especially in tackling our local projects. I think our local problems are best solved by our local engineers, and it's nice when young blood is coming on board.
The recognition like this just brings it to fruition. The recognition is so important that you can now tell that at least people out there are able to see my achievements. They're able to see what we've done as the computer side of Zimbabwe.
If we continue with this kind of celebrations of really showcasing the great work that women in STEM are going, we'll achieve our Vision 2030 without a doubt. When we empower the woman, we empower the nation. We're really excited to be part of, sustainable development and our action towards Vision 2030.
Held under the theme Empowering Women in STEM for a Sustainable Future, the conference attracted female scientists, students, researchers, and industry leaders from across the country. Wellington Makonese, ZBC News, Harare.
More than 100 survivors of drug and substance abuse have been assisted to recover from the scourge since the opening of the Chipadze Drug Detoxification and Rehabilitation Center.
Renewal at the Chipadze Detoxification and Rehabilitation Center.
maonera muita ndakauya panapa ndakapera zingaite but ndakutobatsirwa chidya good meal, good food, tichibatsiridzwa nezvinhu zvemaideas ekuita zvimaprojects.
Once a COVID-19 center, the Chipadze Detoxification and Rehabilitation Center opened in July 2023, falls under Bindura Provincial Hospital and is staffed with occupational therapists, psychologists and nurses, making it the first such government-run facility offering free services.
Today marks a significant milestone in our journey to combat drug and substance abuse. It is also an opportune time to engage community stakeholders, families and the community at large, so that we can build a supportive network that addresses the root cause of addiction and promotes sustainable recovery.
Over 100 patients that are admitted so far. Vamanotoba kunze konana Blawayo, Mashimbo, Mtare, vabatsirikana.
Tinobari nyaya yekuti vana vari kutora zvinodhaka. Asi pane chiri kukonzera chatikuda kuti tibatsirane chose.
Government remains dedicated to fighting drug abuse, with establishment of the center bearing testimony to this commitment.
The government has taken important steps in tackling this issue. In June last year, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, launched the multi-sectorial drug and substance abuse plan 2024-2030, a national strategy aimed at reducing drug abuse.
The Chipadze Detoxification and Rehabilitation Center is showcasing transformation among survivors of drug abuse and raising community awareness on the existence and effectiveness of the facility. Tapiwa Machemedze, ZBC News, Bindura.
The Office of the President and Cabinet has congratulated the First Lady, Dr. Auxillia Mnangagwa, on her 62nd birthday. In a statement, the Chief Secretary to the President and Cabinet, Dr. Martin Rushwaya, said the First Lady's supportive role to represent Emerson Mnangagwa adds great monument to the pace at which the country is making progress towards the attainment of an upper middle income society by 2030. Dr. Rushwaya noted that as a champion of women empowerment, health ambassador, patron of Angel of Hope Foundation, and other major national campaigns, Dr. Mnangagwa is contributing immensely to the national economic development and uplifting of livelihoods countrywide. The Chief Secretary said the nation is grateful for Amai Mnangagwa's tireless efforts that continue to give hope and relief to the vulnerable in society, including the abandoned and victims of drug and substance abuse. Dr. Rushwaya said the First Lady's love and commitment to improving well-being of the citizenry has won her recognition, honor, and
has expressed her heartfelt gratitude for all the beautiful birthday messages she received on the 21st of March and beyond. In a message, Dr. Mnangagwa said she gives thanks to God for the precious gift of life, highlighting that God is the provider and protector, and she is deeply grateful for his grace. Amai Mnangagwa also indicated that she was truly overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and kindness. Reminded her of how blessed she is to be surrounded by thoughtful and caring people. Amai Mnangagwa also said she was humbled beyond words, knowing that people took time to remember her on her special day. The mother of the nation expressed gratitude that many people mentioned her philanthropic work, adding that the encouragement from people strengthens her resolve to continue serving those in need. The First Lady added that such unwavering support makes it possible for her to carry on with her mission through the Angel of Hope Foundation, ensuring that no one and no place is left behind. Together we can make a lasting difference in the lives of the vulnerable, said Dr. Mnangagwa in her message. Amai Mnangagwa also said, though she may not be able to respond to each message individually, she has read them all, and they have touched her heart, adding that the kind words and prayers mean the world to her and her family.
And now in our next report, government has expressed gratitude to China for pursuing borehole projects in Mashonaland East under the China Aid Borehole Scheme, which has seen over 60 boreholes being sunk in the province, easing water challenges for several communities.
To date, 66 boreholes, which were commissioned by local government and Public Works Minister Honorable Daniel Garwe, have been sunk in the province.
This project aims to address the critical need for safe water in Mashonaland East Province, aligning with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 6, which emphasizes the importance of ensuring availability and sustainability management of water and sanitation for all. The aim is to achieve universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water for all by year 2030, and all in line with our Vision 2030.
I wish to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the government of Zimbabwe and the People's Republic of China for this generous and timely assistance. Access to clean, reliable water is one of the most pressing demands facing our communities today.
The People's Republic of China expressed the commitment to ensure communities affected by Cyclone Idai get safe and clean water.
This project builds on decades of China-Zimbabwe cooperation. Over the past 10 years, China has drilled over 1,000 boreholes across Zimbabwe.
Villagers who benefited from the project are appreciative of the kind gesture.
Tanga tiri kushaiwa mvura muraini machirinda tichienda kunobata kure kure maminerals akawanda tichinochera kuzvisipiti imwe tichitoshaiwa kana yekudiridza magadhi.
Toda kutenda vaChina vatiriitira boho nekuti tatatambudzika nekufamba 2 kilometers kunowana mvura kuzvisipiti.
The program is targeting provinces that were affected by Cyclone Idai in 2019, which include Manicaland, Mashonaland East, Masvingo, and the Midlands. Gerald Sasa, BC News, Wedzang.
Pakistan's top envoy to Zimbabwe, Ambassador Murad Basia, has reaffirmed his country's commitment to strengthening bilateral ties with Zimbabwe, particularly in areas of defense and economic cooperation.
After paying a courtesy call on Defense Minister Honorable Opam Chingurikashiri in Harare this Friday, Pakistan Ambassador to Zimbabwe Murad Basia highlighted the rich history of cooperation between the two countries, emphasizing Pakistan's eagerness to engage in commercial activities. Ambassador Basia expressed optimism about Zimbabwe's economic prospects, particularly in 3 key sectors, which include agriculture, pharmaceuticals and information technology.
Agriculture is one of the sectors I believe is a key sector where we can help, not just in research but also in development of agriculture tools, machinery, tractors. There's another sector which I feel needs a lot of attention. I think we can work a lot is the pharmaceutical sector, because Pakistan has a rising pharmaceutical sector, very growing, rapidly growing sector, and we can definitely chip in and assist Zimbabwe in developing those kind of medicines. And the third sector which I feel is the IT sector. IT also is big in Pakistan, and our companies are doing extremely well.
Ambassador Basia also highlighted the importance of capacity building, training and partnership in achieving Zimbabwe's Vision 2030 and the African Union Agenda 2063 aligned with African Continental Free Trade Area. Abigail Tembo, ZBC News, Harare.
Veterans of the liberation struggle have distanced themselves from the rogue individuals for unconstitutional leadership changes and unsustained demonstrations.
In a media briefing in Harare this Saturday, the Zimbabwe National Liberation War Veterans Association leadership reaffirmed its full support for its patron, President Emmerson Mnangagwa. They dismissed individuals contemplating unconstitutional acts and urged the public to remain vigilant against rogue elements.
Isuse Zimbabwe National Liberation War Veterans Association National Committee inozikanwa nevakuru vese. Taakuzivisa ruzhinji rweZimbabwe kuti musateerera ruzhinji runongotaura zvarwada, kuti vakangomukawo makuseni voti nhingi tichazomudai, nhingi tichazomudai. Isu hatidi kuzvinzwa zvinhu zvakadaro. Toda kuti tiite uphold constitution yenyika inova isusu tirimo kubva kwayakanyorwa yachitanga. Tichifamba kuenda mukati umu titori neprovision dzirimo nemasection arimo anoti tinosungirwa kuremeredzwa neruzhinji rweZimbabwe.
The veterans of the liberation struggle further clarified the official position of the association and addressed concerns regarding the misuse of its name and membership.
Isusu petiri panapa tikanzwa anotuka patroni wedu achivashoropodza. Patroni munhu unoketwa neruzhinji rwevanhu venyika nesu, nokuti isu sema-war veteran takadai idzimai hatina kuwanda zvokuti tisu tingambavhotera patroni tega tega, asi kuti patroni vanovhoterwa neruzhinji rweZimbabwe. Kana patroni vavhoterwa neruzhinji rweZimbabwe, isu taakusungirwa kuvachengetedza sokuti ndi patroni vedu seassociation.
The veterans emphasized their commitment to upholding the constitution.
Tungamirira vazhinji vati tichishandisa bumbiro remutemo racho ndiro randakabata iri. Saka wende sine munhu anotongofunga zvekuti angachinja president asikateedzeri bumbiro remutemo iri. Chairman vataura vanoteedzera mutemo vanhu ivavo vanofanira kuti vadini vasungwe.
The Zimbabwe National Liberation War Veterans Association, which elected new leadership last year, reiterated its dedication to constitutionalism and national stability. Wellington Makonese, ZBC News, Harare.
Now I'll give you news from the courts, where Peter Chivima reports that 3 suspects involved in the Alpha Omega farm robbery have appeared in court, while a manhunt has been lodged for an armed robbery suspect who escaped from the ZPCS custody at the Harare Magistrates Court on Friday.
3 suspected armed robbers who allegedly robbed Alpha Omega farm in Marondera have appeared at Harare Magistrates Court this Saturday. Kelvin Murewa, aged 30, Peter Maramba Via, aged 43, and Takuzo Maisoreva, aged 24, are part of the 20-member armed gang who allegedly vanished with 74,000 United States dollars from Alpha Omega farm in Marondera last week. It is alleged that the suspects attacked the farm security personnel and gained entry before assaulted the occupants, demanding cash. In their initial court appearance this Saturday, the suspects were further detained to assist police with the investigations. In another case, Mike and John Nongwe, who are facing allegations of robbing and assaulting parents of the Minister of Sport, Recreation, Arts and Culture, Honorable Kirst Coventry, have appeared in court. The suspects, who are brothers, allegedly raided Mr. Robert Edwin and Lynn Coventry at their Glenlawn home, stole 15,000 United States dollars, 3 hair dryers, Honorable Coventry's Olympic swimsuits, and 3 hunting firearms. The Nongwe brothers, who also face allegations of 6 other robbery cases, were remanded in custody. Meanwhile, a manhunt has been launched for armed robbery suspect Lucas Nyengere, who escaped from custody in a dramatic fashion at the Harare Magistrates Court this Friday. It is alleged that Zinyengere got hold of a firearm which may have been smuggled into the facility by an accomplice. Zinyengere threatened ZPCS officers who were escorting the prisoners, seized control of a nearby vehicle and sped away from the scene. The second suspect, Tafadzwa Marondera, attempted to escape by jumping over the court's palisade fence but was immediately apprehended by authorities. Zinyengere and Marondera had previously been implicated in a high-profile heist where, along with the 4 accomplices, allegedly stole more than 700,000 United States dollars from Quest Financial Services in Belgravia, Harare last year. ZRP National Spokesperson Commissioner Ponyard said they will not back off.
Investigations are being conducted in connection with the escape of Luke Zinyengere from Roton Roma Street Court yesterday afternoon after a shootout.
As the search continues, the nation pins its hopes on the ZRP to apprehend the suspects and bring them to justice. Peter Chivima, ZBC News, Harare.
And remember to visit our website for these and more stories in detail. Our website is www.zbcnews.co.zw. You can also link up with us on various social media platforms. We are ZBC News Online on YouTube, Facebook, X, and other platforms.
Stories still to expect in this bulletin since the start of the marketing season. And in sport, Warriors arrive in Nigeria ahead of Tuesday's World Cup qualifying tie against the Super League Eagles. We're off to a break. Stay with us.
Stroke of genius! Introduce the stroke of genius. Oh, Zimbabwe yakuzosumuka manje. Stroke of genius and rukureva chera. President E.D. Mnangagwa vari kupa mabankable, registrable and transferable title deeds na every farmer akapuwa munda pa land reform program. Takanga takapuwa minda asi takanga tisina simba rekupinda mumabhengi semama mumabusiness kuti tipewo maloni akachipa tatakuwara nezvimbazo man. Zvino ne stroke of genius yekupuwa matitle deeds tumupinduka mubhengi sevamwe tutopuwa maloni takutodevelopa mafamu.
Saka kuduza kuti land ese yatone value.
Ende ukapuwa title deed iroro chera. Mundu wako uchatoreki yatova nhaka yevazukuru nevazukuru. Ndo zvinoda fama manje izvozvo. Security of tenure.
Iwe pandiri panapa ndakutokwanisa kutopa vana nhaka kuti chidimu chako ichi chemunda chidimu chako ichi.
Exactly.
Zvichifambiswa sei?
President E.D. Mnangagwa igenius manje. Vakabva vati kuti zvinyatofamba negwara rakatwasanuka zviri transparent. Ndobva vagadza inonzi Land Tenure Implementation Committee iri kushanda nemapazi ehurumende.
Alright. But you unozviziva iwo kuti kune land barons akazara ukanopamba minda dzevanhu.
Dai vatoregera zvavo. Ndiyo kopo usiri kudiwa na President Mnangagwa iroro. Ndio saka Land Tenure Implementation Committee yakati ngatishandisei ma-ID numbers, number dzepachitupa kuti munhu haakwanisi kuva nemafamu maviri. Plus Land Tenure Committee haisi kupa minda patsvayo. Iri kutwasanudza pakupiwa kwema-title deeds.
Alright. Iwe saka zvichida kuti tato-protected kase mavarimi.
Exactly manje.
Kukozwa
kuti ne stroke of genius here. President E.D. apa vasikira vana veZimbabwe upfumi.
World TB Day is an opportunity to renew commitment, inspire, and take action to end TB. Zimbabwe, through the Ministry of Health and Childcare, joins the rest of the world in commemorating the World TB Day on 24 March. All roads lead to Mahusekwa Hospital, Marondera District, Mashonaland East Province. This year's theme is Yes, We Can End TB. Commit, invest, deliver. This message was brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Childcare in collaboration with AIDS Healthcare Foundation, AHF Zimbabwe.
the Ministry of Tourism.
Zimbabwe, with His Excellency the President, Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa's Vision 2030, is forging a path to a prosperous upper middle income society. Building on the Transitional Stabilization Program, we're concluding NDS-1 and preparing for NDS-2, aligning with SADC, Africa's Agenda 2063 and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Over 6,000 vital projects across 14 thematic areas have been executed and rigorously monitored through performance contracts since 2021, ensuring accountability. On March 24, 2025, all ministers and senior public sector officials will gather at State House to publicly reaffirm their commitment to accelerating Vision 2030. This drive focuses on sustainable economic growth, job creation and poverty alleviation, benefiting every Zimbabwean. Progress is meticulously tracked with transparent public results showcasing target achievements and areas for improvement. Join us for the performance contract signing and award ceremony, 24 March 2025, 9 a.m. live on ZBC TV or online. Remember, what gets measured gets done. And we're building a better Zimbabwe for all.
Zimbabwe nevatungamiri vakarongeka, tracking the progress towards Vision 2030. Ilizwe lakiwa ngabanikazi balo, tigadzire mabasa lokuqeda inhlupheko. Hande tinoshandira Vision 2030.
The Minister of Home Affairs and Cultural Heritage, Honorable Kazembe Kazembe, the Deputy Minister, Honorable Chidosa Nyatwe, the Secretary, Ambassador R.T. Faranisi, management and staff wish to extend warmest congratulations to His Excellency, the President, Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, and the First Family on the occasion of the First Lady, Amai Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa's 62nd birthday. As we celebrate this occasion, we extol the First Lady's tireless effort to promote the general welfare of our nation, particularly disadvantaged women and children, through several empowerment initiatives. May this special day bring the First Family joy, happiness, and cherished moments with loved ones. We wish the First Lady a year filled with good health and continued success in all her philanthropic works and national ambassadorial roles. Happy birthday, First Lady Amai Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. The ruling ZANU-PF party has set its sights on propelling inclusive development in Harare through improving service provision in each constituency, with Glenview South being targeted ahead of April 12 by elections.
The ruling party officially launched its by-election campaign in Glenview South constituency this Saturday, meeting scores of people to canvass for support. The party leadership is confident of victory, pledging to prioritize issues of socio-economic development.
Muno mune zvinhu zvakawanda zvakambenge zvapromiswa zvisina kupedzeswa, zvakafanana nemaboreholes, zvakafanana nenyaya dzemasola nechii. Ndo zvatakachitaura nevanhu kuti aiwa ndichange ndakamira pamberi ini semutungamiri wemuHarare saresident minister womuno kuti tione kuti zvinhu izvo zvipedziswe zvigadziriswe. Nyaya yemaroads, kune maroads akaipa ari muno, kunyanya anofamba acho nemakombi anosvika nepamashops, pane Grandview Way iripo, anana 11th Avenue, 3rd Avenue. Maroads atinoziva kuti aya ndo mapriority areas. Takapa kuhurumende kuti vatinzwewo nenyaya ye-emergency road rehabilitation program.
Tiri kutoitora constituency, maona zvanga zviri pano nhasi zvinodadisa zvoga zvoga. Vauya vachebundo kuridzira maretainees kuti opposition yaparara. Onai mabasa akanaka ari kuitwa naPresident Mnangagwa.
The ruling party candidate, Comrade Tsitsi Taumera, believes she has the ammunition to propel development in the constituency.
I'm looking forward to make some remarkable changes when it comes to sanity as well as, kugara zvakanaka kwevanhu munzvimbo. Kuve munge makachena, kugara zvakanaka kwevana in terms of health as well. Even clinic yedu. There's so much going on. Tida kupinda zvakanyanya kuti tigadzirise zvinodiwa nevanhu.
The Glenview South constituency fell vacant after the death of Honorable Gladmore Hakata in January this year. The by-elections will be held on the 12th of next month. Wellington Makonese, ZBC News, Harare.
Meanwhile, ZANU-PF Matabeleland North has pledged to stand resolute behind the party's leadership as the ruling party-led government focuses on improving livelihoods countrywide.
ZANU-PF inter-district meeting held at Bobi this Saturday saw the ruling party reiterating its stance, which is anchored on unity and discipline.
Remnants insalela insali ze-G40 sezigqalisile futhi ukuphakamisa amakhaya seziletha i-discord within the party phakathi kweparty uzungana abantu abasahambelani kuhle kanti hayi ukhona omnye ololimi lwakhe asehambela unyenyezela abanye. Kungakho-ke iprogram leyi sizabhoda ngayo iprovince yonke.
Kulabanye asebesenze izinto ezingayisizo. Uthola abantu babumba igroup, uthole kushawudwana ne-leadership kuthethisa upresident. Ku-dangerous, abantu baxotshiwe last PB uzwayo. Emathi not asekabe le-incident enjalo, asikabhaleli, but bakhona, asikuthi kabakho abakwenzayo. Baningi kakhulu. Ingxeba bona singakabhaleli national bathi ingxeba sizithutha. Asozithutha, sokubona into yabo bayigcina yini. But nxa be-continue, they will be disciplined and sizahambisa ku-disciplinary committee national and bazaxotshwa. Bonke athi bekwenza kwamanye ama-provinces baxotshiwe expelled from the party. Athi bethethisa upresident besenzani bebiza ama-strikes bekhokhelelwa ngogezi abahlamuki. Bakhona. So futhi uzinuka amakhwapha nxa ukhuluma izinto ezi-anti-party uthethisa i-leadership ye-party ukuthi wena u-under bani ngokuba under leadership kababa uMnangagwa akulanto enjalo. Thina abanye we are happy nge-leadership kababa u-ED Mnangagwa. 2030 bebe lokhe kusa ubaba 2030 phansi labalahla isignal.
The ruling party says its focus is on ensuring discipline promotes developmental programs to improve livelihoods in communities. Mhlomuli Ncube, ZBC News, Bobi.
The Pfumvudza and Twasa program continues to be a game changer in the face of climate change, with some farmers in the Midlands province ready to smile all the way to the Grain Marketing Board.
There is increased enthusiasm among farmers in the Midlands province who are optimistic of a good harvest under the Pfumvudza and Twasa concept introduced by government to climate-proof the agriculture sector. Farmers who attended a provincial field day held at Nukrat Farm in Shirugwe this Friday took the opportunity to exchange notes and farming ideas.
Kuvarimi vedu vaya vane chido nokurima vanozikamwa navarimisi taiwedzera production tidzokere Zimbabwe pakare ibe bread basket of Africa.
Teshurugu takakurudzira kuti every single word nguyai mutore tiwane a demo tigwana chikoro chevanhu.
Host farmer Mr. Nicholas Gara is a shining example of the successful implementation of the Pfumvudza concept.
Chokutanga ndinoda kutenda hurumende yakatipa nzvimbo dzokurima. Saka muchiona tichishereketa kudai so kuzama kuzadzisa zvirongwa zvese zvehurumende zvinoita kuti nyika isafa nenzara.
Midlands Provincial Director of Agricultural Rural Development and Advisory Services, Ms. Busiso Mavangeni, implored farmers to prioritize increasing production.
Tinofara kana varimi vachitambira zvironga zvedu zvepresidential input program zviri kuiswa napresident wedu zvinoita kuti vaone pundutso yakakosha papfumvudza inguva yekudyara mhando yembeu yavari kuisa nenguva uyezve murakwani watinoisa nekuisa ratinoti gumbeze redu iyo mulch yedu iyo nekuramba tichidzokera pamakomba mamwe chete iwayo.
The field day was also an opportunity to showcase how viable farming has the potential to create employment. Courage Ushes, ZBC News, Shirogwe.
Manicaland province is seeking to take a leading role in promoting afforestation activities amid increasing concern of the fast pace of deforestation and veld fires affecting the timber industry.
First, with the forests that are quickly disappearing, largely as a result of illegal cutting down of trees and veld fires, the province is on a drive to upscale its tree planting activities. This was highlighted by Manicaland Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Advocate Mishek Mugadza, during the International Forest Day commemorations held in Mutare this Friday before leading a tree planting exercise.
The policy position pronounced by the President, His Excellency Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, in the National Forest Policy of 2023 goes thus: a tree for each Zimbabwean. We therefore strongly urge the need for continued planting and conservation of both existing and newly planted trees for their survival and maturity. This event comes at a time when my office is initiating an indaba to discuss the increase in fire incidences and unsustainable harvesting in our forests in the province.
Various partnerships are being forged to scale up tree planting initiatives.
This event resonates with our vision as a city. As a city, we have set ourselves a target that every year we plant 5,000 trees, and so far we have already planted over 1,500 trees. But at the same time, it is with a heavy heart that we also celebrate this day. Christmas pass. We are seeing massive deforestation happening in the Christmas pass.
Meanwhile, the International Day of Forests, celebrated on the 21st of March annually, is a global commemoration that provides a platform to celebrate efforts and achievements in the forest conservation space while amplifying voices to promote action towards addressing local challenges in the sector. Kenya's Chivuje, ZBC News, Mutare.
Foreign military students who visited the country this week under the Kenya Senior Joint Command and Staff course have appreciated efforts being made to preserve the country's history and culture after visiting the Great Zimbabwe Monument.
The military students who visited the Great Zimbabwe Monument were taken on a tour of the Great Zimbabwe Hill Complex, the cultural village, the Great Enclosure, and the museum to appreciate the history of Zimbabwe. The students were charmed by what they saw and appreciated the importance of cultural preservation in nation building.
You Zimbabwean people are doing a great job to preserve this very old heritage. And it is very important for the future generation to know and to teach them about your ancestors, how the Zimbabwean people is coming, from when they are coming.
It's coming to visit such an iconic feature in Zimbabwe, that is the Great Zimbabwe, and learning it's part of where their country's name is originated from. And part of the history of Zimbabwe as well as Africa. We also borrow a lot from it.
Leader of the group said the visit to Great Zimbabwe was an eye-opener for students on the importance of cultural preservation.
Had a chance of interacting with the culture, the heritage of Zimbabwe people by touring this Great Zimbabwe. It's a magnificent impression of our culture and where we come as African, and we've been able to appreciate what really Zimbabwe means in terms of culture.
The Kenya Senior Joint Command and Staff course comprises 18 students, including 3 allied students from Nepal, Sierra Leone and Somalia, 9 directing staff, including 2 directors from Burundi and Uganda, as well as 3 administration staff. Ms. Machina, ZBC News, Mashingo.
The 69th Commission on the Status of Women ended in New York this Friday with consensus on setting a bold course towards achieving gender equality for women and girls.
The adoption of the political declaration by member states to promote and protect gender equality and empowerment of women and girls was the main highlight for this year's 69th session on the Commission of Status of Women here in New York.
The political declaration adopted at CSW reaffirms that gender equality and empowerment of women and girls is essential for sustainable development and fulfilling the pledge to leave no one behind. For the participants, the onus now is on women themselves to ensure the gains made are maintained.
For the fact that Namibia has a first female president, and when you come to Ghana, we have the first female vice president as well. And so it means that women are going somewhere.
The Minister of Women Affairs, Communities, Small and Medium Enterprises Development, Monica Msongwa, could not hide her joy as she highlighted the highs of the conference for Zimbabwe and Africa.
The fact that Kirsty, a young Zimbabwean girl who have demonstrated that she is really good at what she does. I mean, we have seen the awards she got during Olympics, and now she's now the first women president of IOC. That's a pride. That's a source of pride for us as Zimbabweans, for us as women, for the whole world, for the women folk. This is why it was talked about here, right here at CSW 69. And so there was a standing ovation as Zimbabwe as we go. Zimbabwe has done a lot of progressive work in terms of gender equality. It really is a testament of each and every Zimbabwean how they feel about the importance of making sure that there's gender equality.
When women rise, humanity rises. These were the parting words as the 69th Commission on the Status of Women session ended with reinvigorated hope for gender equality, women empowerment. Memory Chamisa, ZBC News, New York.
The news at 8 takes a break and returns with business news. Stay with us.
The Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable C. Magomo, MP, Secretary for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Mr. T. Maregere, OPC directors and staff, traditional leadership, and the entire Mashonaland Central Province would like to congratulate you, Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, on your birthday. Your Excellency, as Mashonaland Central Province, we sincerely share the joy of your unprecedented philanthropic works, which have seen you cover the entire breadth and width of our beloved province. We greatly appreciate your works. Our esteemed Mother of the Nation, we wish you many more years full of love, strength, joy, and good health. Happy birthday. Congratulations, Makorokoto Amhlope.
Step up with DSTV and we'll show up by giving you more incredible entertainment.
Going to have a little fun.
Upgrade your subscription between the 13th of January and the 31st of March and get an even higher package for a whole month on us.
To the back of the net!
There's nothing better than putting a little bit in but getting a lot out.
This is the time to take risks.
Incredible!
I've heard good things about you. Don't let me down.
Step up and we'll show up on your home of entertainment, DSTV.
Congratulations to Honorable Dr. Kirsty Coventry on her election as the 10th IOC President. The Deputy Minister of Sport, Recreation, Arts and Culture, Honorable Emily Josiah, the Permanent Secretary, Mr. Nicholas Moyo, the Acting Chief Director, Dr. Biggie Samwanda, Directors, Management and the entire staff of the Ministry extend their warmest congratulations to Honorable Dr. Kirsty Coventry on her historic election as the 10th President of the International Olympic Committee, IOC. This remarkable achievement is a testament to her unwavering dedication, exceptional leadership, and lifelong commitment to the development of global support. Her vision and passion have not uplifted Zimbabwean sport, but have also left an indelible mark on the international stage. As she takes on this prestigious role, we are confident that her leadership will drive the Olympic movement to new heights, fostering inclusivity, excellence, and the progress in sport worldwide. Congratulations, Honorable Dr. Kirsty Coventry. Zimbabwe is proud.
The National Railways of Zimbabwe Board, Management and Staff join the nation in wishing the First Lady, Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, a happy birthday. We wish you many more years of good health, strength, and wisdom to continue with your various philanthropic works which are helping to uplift the lives of the less privileged and raise the profile of the girl child. Akorokoto Amhlope. Congratulations.
Welcome back. In business, farmers have raked in over 66 million United States dollars from tobacco since the beginning of the marketing season for the golden leaf early this month.
Assessment of the tobacco industry since the opening of the 2025 marketing season 3 weeks ago reflects that farmers have come of age in producing high-quality tobacco. While the first deliveries of the golden leaf comprise primings, farmers are happy with the pricing models at auction floors.
We are 3 sisters. Takarima 3 hectares. Saka pama prime yedu takakwanza kuwana 11 masaga ema prime. Saka price yedu yatengwa nayo nhasi yaita $4.70.
Ite chishitira mabasa acho ese tega. Highest price yedu yatatengesa nayo $4.70.
President wedu ari kutikurudzira kuti tirime tine vision 2030 takwanisawo semurimi wechidiki kuuya ku-auction floor ndikatengerwa fodya yangu zvakanaka.
Tobacco marketing analyst Mr. Dixon Kubvakacha noted strides by tobacco stakeholders for Zimbabwe to have a $5 billion United States dollar industry by 2030.
I would like to appreciate the policies that are being put in place by our government, the Ministry of Agriculture. We are seeing them coming closer to the farmers, and right now it's exciting because farmers have learned. I think we are right in course towards achieving a $5 billion dollar economy by 2030.
Although deliveries are a bit low as most farmers planted their crop late after rainfall delays, the average price of the golden leaf is pegged at $3.53 per kg compared to $3.47 per kilogram during the same period last year. Tendai Munengwa, ZBC News, Harare.
The government has unveiled a clear roadmap towards the revival of the National Railways of Zimbabwe, NRZ, to complement the ongoing industrialization efforts. In a media briefing, Transport and Infrastructural Development Minister, Honorable Felix Muna, said government is determined to revive the NRZ through massive recapitalization.
I'm happy that working closely with Mtapa, where we are actually looking for a funding. And you heard from the China Railways, they were here last year, where we were working on a project to resuscitate, maintain, and provide a rolling stock. So this is precisely what Mtapa is following, rehabilitating the the railway network, which is close to about 2.7 kilometers, and we are saying, which is 2,700, and we are saying in terms of the cautions, the damage section, which is about 9.9 of the bed sections that is potholes in when you're talking of roads. So the funding will cater for the infrastructure rehabilitation, one, and then we'll also cater for the rolling stock. So there is a 500 million earmarked for that project, which should then cater for the rehabilitation of the railway line, and also the procurement of the rolling stock.
The main news takes a break. We'll be back with sport after this.
In a world where time is currency, every minute counts. Let's be real here. Who has time to waste on grocery shopping? I mean, I'd rather be organizing paperwork all day, or better still, watching paint dry. Anything but grocery shopping. But then I discovered Click and Collect, TM Pick and Pay's online grocery shopping platform. I can order online and collect at my convenience with no parking hassles, no queues. Thank you. And still have plenty of time for the important stuff, like taking a nap. Click and Collect. It's not just an online service, it's real convenience. TM Pick and Pay. Real value, always.
Welcome to a new era in tobacco farm. The Tobacco Industry and Marketing Board, TIMB, has rolled out the biometric grower management system to protect every genuine tobacco grower. With this innovative technology, only you can verify your identity for account adjustments, input collection, stop orders, and insurance. You also get support and payments without delays. Biometrics offer you security, efficiency, and transparency. Why wait? Visit the nearest TIMB office now with your national ID. We will capture your fingerprints and link them to your grower number. You can also register at tobacco selling points as you sell your tobacco. It's fast and it's easy. We guarantee that your biometric data is protected and will only be used to improve the tobacco industry database and processes. Our offices are in Harare, Mutare, Rusape, Marandera, Bandura, Karoi, Mvurwi, and Chinhui. Visit the office nearest to you, get your fingerprints captured, and secure a thriving future for the tobacco industry. Register your fingerprints. Secure your future. Grow with confidence.
The Minister of Primary and Secondary Education, Honorable Torerai Moyo, the Deputy Minister, Honorable Angeline Gata, the Permanent Secretary, Moses Mike, the management and the entire staff join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Head of State and Government, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa and the First Family in congratulating the First Lady, Amai Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, on her 62nd birthday. As we celebrate the occasion of your 62nd birthday, the ministry wishes to appreciate your love for the nation, the disadvantaged children, and other members of society. The ministry draws inspiration from your hard work and dedication to the welfare of learners in Zimbabwe. We wish you another year of good health, happiness, and continued service to this great nation. Happy birthday, Amai. Makorokoto Amflope. Congratulations.
The Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, Honorable Ziyambi, Deputy Minister Honorable N.T. Mazungunye, Permanent Secretary Mrs. Vimbai Nyemba, Chief Director, Directors and Staff, join His Excellency the President, Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, in celebrating the birthday of the First Lady of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Amai Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa. On this special day, we warmly celebrate the remarkable journey of a devoted and tireless mother of the nation in her pursuit of justice and philanthropic work. Through your engagement with communities, you have amplified the promotion of justice, inclusivity, and women's empowerment. We express our deepest gratitude for your selflessness and the unforgettable mark you continue to make in the realm of justice. Happy birthday to the mother of the nation. May the Almighty God bestow a double portion of His blessings upon you. Happy birthday, Amai. The Ministry of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs. We uphold, develop, and provide accessible, efficient, and effective justice delivery.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. And the big one in sport tonight, the Warriors have arrived in Nigeria's Uyo State ahead of Tuesday's showdown with the Super Eagles in a World Cup qualifier.
After a not so convincing start by either side in the World Cup qualifiers, the two sides face off in Uyo on Tuesday. The Warriors have arrived for Tuesday's showdown riding on a clean bill of health and looking to tame the Super Eagles in their own backyard. The Michael Nees coach side is hoping to summon the team's second half form against Benin, which saw the two sides settle for a 2-2 share of spoils.
The National Athletes Association of Zimbabwe is targeting improved performance at the African Union Sports Council Region 5 Youth Games after a tournament to select athletes to represent Team Zimbabwe in Namibia next month.
White City was the venue for this year's NAS Open Field and Track Championships, an event used to select athletes for the Region 5 Youth Games, penciled for Namibia next month. Athletics coach Manu Mpofu believes staging more of these competitions will help athletes improve their qualification times for improved performance on the international stage.
The purpose of the event is to make sure that we continuously select our athletes, because as you know, selection is supposed to be based on performance of athletes. So that's the purpose of organizing this event, so that we continuously assess how our athletes are progressing with their performances.
The Bulawayo Athletics Board is using the same competition to select athletes for inter-provincial championships set for June in the city.
The Bulawayo Athletics Board, we are happy and we are looking forward that we have our own athletes being selected to represent Zimbabwe during the African Union Sports Council Region 5 Games that will be held in Namibia.
Zimbabwean Olympian Isaac Mpofu believes with these competitions Zimbabwe can crawl back to become an athletics powerhouse.
Selection Namibia. That's good. So in terms of our times we improve abantwana. Onke ama-athletes improve. So it's thinking kumele kube sobala kukithi kuma-athletes lelizweni ukuthi ama-competitions anjengalawa kumele ebe khona.
Zimbabwe will play host to the Southern Region Senior Championships in Harare from the 26th to the 27th of July, with organizers saying the meet is also a platform to select Team Zimbabwe athletes. Mthokozi Stuve, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
The Mr. Pace post-insurance road race has received international recognition after World Athletics inducted the marathon into its Olympic qualification events.
The road race is set for a massive return this May, with top long-distance runners set to go pound for pound at the annual marathon extravaganza. Now in its fourth year, the marathon stage is expected to be bigger this year. Unpacking what to expect this year in a media briefing in Harare this Friday, organizers of the event revealed the high stakes on offer come the 10th of May.
This event has grown to become one of the most anticipated race in Zimbabwe, and this year we are taking it even greater heights. The 10-kilometer and the 21-kilometer race are now officially recognized by World Athletics.
The sponsors also unveiled this year's sponsorship package.
So this relationship is seen us growing into the fourth edition, where we are making sure that we sponsor according to the wellness and also health and wellness of our staff.
The Mr. Pace post-insurance marathon continues to grow from strength to strength, with the 10-kilometer race now graded as a qualifier for the Olympics, while the 21-kilometer race is now a qualifier for the World Championships and the African Championships. Competition will also be in the 5-kilometer and 1-kilometer diplomatic race, while there will also be a veteran master, great grandmaster, junior and wheelchair classes. A renowned Ngwarati, ZBC News, Harare.
And that brings us to the end of tonight's bulletin.
From all of us, it's good night.
munotipasa manyemwe chisungo chesataki chinotipasa manyemwe sataki yese ati baba Mnangagwa vanotipasa manyemwe sataki yese ati baba Mnangagwa vanotipasa manyemwe kusimudzira mureza weZimbabwe unotipasa manyemwe kusimudzira mureza weZimbabwe unotipasa manyemwe mavecheya weSadaki unotipasa manyemwe